Welcome back to our channel. Today, in quiet reverence, we remember the talented artists who left us too soon, some only just days ago. From the icons of Hollywood to rising stars, they each brought light to the world of entertainment, until they passed away suddenly. If you feel moved by their stories, we invite you to leave a like as a silent tribute in their memory. Thank you. Now, let us begin.
You know, Quentin Tarantino has his own theater now. He owns the New Beverly in...
Michael Madsen, the unforgettable face of Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill, has tragically passed away at 67. His manager, Ron Smith, confirmed that Madsen was found unresponsive at his Malibu home on July 3rd. His cardiologist later confirmed cardiac arrest, with heart failure and long-term alcohol use contributing. No foul play was suspected. Madsen earned lasting acclaim for intense roles in Donnie Brasco, Thelma and Louise, and Tarantino's cult classics. Often cast as a villain, he brought raw humanity to every character. Off-screen, he was a poet and photographer, publishing several volumes of deeply personal work. His life held hardship. He filed for bankruptcy in 2009, battled tax debt for years, and once owed millions. Yet, he kept creating. In 2024 to 2025, he completed 3 indie films and was finalizing a new poetry book, Tears for My Father. Though he once faced ruin, Madsen had regained stability. At his passing, his net worth was estimated at $500,000. His sister, Virginia Madsen, wrote, "He was thunder and velvet, a poet in outlaw's clothing." Michael Madsen's legacy is one of resilience, artistry, and quiet strength, forever etched in memory. Julian McMahon, beloved star of Nip Tuck and unforgettable as Dr. Doom, has sadly passed away at the age of 56. His wife, Kelly McMahon, confirmed that Julian died peacefully on July 2nd in Clearwater, Florida, after a quiet and courageous battle with cancer. Born in Sydney, Australia, he was the son of former Prime Minister Billy McMahon. Julian left behind a legacy of powerful roles, as Cole Turner in Charmed, the complex Dr. Christian Troy in Nip Tuck, and FBI agent Jess Lahyao in FBI, Most Wanted. He also made his mark on superhero cinema as Dr. Doom in the early Fantastic Four films. Though ill in his final years, Julian continued working, appearing in Runaways, The Residents, and more, showing remarkable perseverance and grace. His journey was one of quiet strength and unwavering commitment to his craft. At the time of his passing, his net worth was estimated at $16 million. His wife shared, "Julian loved life. He loved his family, his work, and his fans. His greatest wish was to bring joy to others." Julian McMahon's legacy lives on through unforgettable characters, quiet resilience, and the millions he inspired.
The original script of Jedi, he didn't appear.
Kenneth Colley, best known as Admiral Piet from the original Star Wars trilogy, has sadly passed away at the age of 87. His longtime agent, Julian Owen, confirmed that Colley died peacefully on June 30th at his home in Kent, England, after contracting COVID and pneumonia while recovering from a fall. With a career spanning over 6 decades and more than 150 screen credits between 1961 and 2024, Colley left behind a remarkable legacy. He portrayed Jesus in Monty Python's Life of Brian, starred as Estragon in Waiting for Godot on stage, and became the only Imperial officer to appear in multiple original Star Wars films, a quiet legend of the galaxy far, far away. Though in his late 80s, Colley continued working with steady grace. He voiced a short film in 2023 and completed his final screen role in the 2024 feature Dan Hawk psychic detective, showing his unwavering dedication to his craft. "We've lost a very special actor and a very good man," shared Michael Palin. Kenneth Colley's legacy is one of quiet excellence, enduring artistry, and deep cultural impact, remembered with affection across generations. Frank Barrie, stage legend and beloved East Enders actor, has peacefully passed away at the age of 88. His agent, Scott Marshall Partners, confirmed that Barrie died at home in London on June 30th, surrounded by his wife, Mary, and daughter, Julia. Born in Yorkshire in 1936, Barrie's remarkable career stretched across 6 decades. He became a familiar face on British television as Edward Bishop in EastEnders and was a proud member of Sir Laurence Olivier's National Theatre Company. His acclaimed one-man show, Macready, toured 65 countries and represented Britain at the 1982 Commonwealth Games Arts Festival, a milestone of international cultural impact. A true gentleman of the stage, Barrie's talent extended beyond acting. He directed, wrote, and mentored with grace and humility. His BBC play, The Other Woman, starring Dame Thora Hird, stands as a testament to his quiet brilliance. Though retired in later years, his legacy lives on through over 150 screen appearances and a global theater presence. A teacher and a supportive wingman, one tribute read. With an estimated net worth of approximately $2 million, Frank Barrie leaves behind not just a body of work, but a life devoted to the enduring power of storytelling. Joe Marinelli, unforgettable as Bunny Tagliati in Santa Barbara and a cherished presence in General Hospital, has sadly passed away at the age of 68. His wife, Jean Marinelli, and agent Julie Smith confirmed he died on June 22nd in Burbank, California, after a quiet yet brave battle with throat and stomach cancer. He passed peacefully, surrounded by his loved ones. Marinelli's career spanned more than 4 decades and over 50 film and TV appearances, including Guiding Light, ER, The West Wing, and Sideways. His unforgettable portrayal of a cross-dressing mobster in Santa Barbara showed not only courage, but a rare emotional depth that endeared him to audiences. In his final years, Joe quietly fought a double cancer diagnosis, a battle that tested his strength but never dimmed his spirit. Through pain and treatment, he continued to work, teach, and inspire, never once stepping away from his craft or his community. His final appearance in the morning show, just months before his passing, stands as a testament to his unyielding passion and artistic resilience. He is survived by his wife of 34 years, Jean, and sons Vincent and David. Joe leaves behind not just roles, but a legacy of warmth, wisdom, and quiet strength. Jack Betts, star of spaghetti westerns and the unforgettable "You're Out, Norman" moment in Spider-Man, has sadly passed away at the age of 96. His nephew, Dean Sullivan, confirmed that the veteran actor died peacefully in his sleep at his home in Los Osos, California. A classically trained performer and a proud member of the Actors Studio, Betts's career spanned more than 6 decades, from Broadway roles in Richard III and Dracula to his iconic appearance in Spider-Man, 2002. He starred in over 15 Italian westerns under the name Hunt Powers. In a remarkable act of courage and grit, Betts once bluffed director Franco Giraldi by claiming he could ride horses and shoot, then spent 3 grueling weeks training at John Wayne's ranch to earn the role. That fierce commitment captured the essence of his artistic spirit. Though he never married, Betts shared a lifelong bond with actress Doris Roberts, with whom he lived for nearly 30 years. In 2018, he was honored with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Bodensee Film Festival. Jack Betts leaves behind a legacy of artistic perseverance, mentorship, and quiet brilliance. His estate is valued at approximately $4 million, and he is survived by his sister Joan and nephew Dean.
No, but if you're talking about my voice, I would say I'm a soprano. That means very
She was born singing under lantern light, and she never stopped. The unbreakable legacy of Dolly Parton. If you've ever tapped your foot to Jolene, wiped a tear to I Will Always Love You, or handed a book to a child through the imagination library, then you've already been touched by the legacy of Dolly Parton. But beyond the glittering stage lights and rhinestone gowns lies a redemption story as epic as any American legend. Before we begin, share your favorite Dolly song in the comments. Let's honor her journey together. Dolly Rebecca Parton was born on January 19, 1946, in a one-room log cabin nestled in the Smoky Mountains of Tennessee. She was the fourth of 12 children, raised on melody more than money. Her mother stitched dresses from flour sacks. Her father tapped boot heels on pine floors after planting corn. Together, they turned chores into nightly concerts under lantern light. At just 5, Dolly sang hymns that floated past stove smoke and into the rafters of Sevierville Church of God, balanced on a milk crate so worshipers could see the child they swore had been born humming. By 10, she was a regular on Knoxville's WIVK radio. With $3 in hand and applause in her heart, Dolly saved every cent to buy her first real guitar. It was decorated with mirror shards to reflect the Opry stage she dreamed of. The day after high school graduation, she boarded a bus to Nashville. She carried a suitcase, a notebook of lyrics, and borrowed hope from Porter Wagoner broadcasts. From that moment on, country music would never sound the same. In 1967, her breakout single, Dumb Blonde, cracked the charts, silencing anyone who mistook charm for weakness. Songs poured from her like mountain streams, Just Because I'm a Woman, Coat of Many Colors, and the haunting ballad Jolene, written while tapping her acrylic nails in RCA Studio B. But it was 1974's I Will Always Love You, a tender goodbye to mentor Porter Wagoner, that revealed the true steel beneath her satin voice. Elvis Presley wanted the song. Dolly said no when he demanded half the publishing rights. It was a gamble, but decades later, Whitney Houston's version became a global anthem of love and loss. By the late 1970s, Dolly had crossed into pop stardom with Here You Come Again. Then came Hollywood. Her debut in 9 to 5 lit up the screen. The title track became a workers' anthem, a Grammy winner, and a cultural landmark. She was a chart leader, a hit writer, a screen icon, and through it all, she remained rooted in her Smoky Mountain charm. But behind the sequins, a storm was gathering. In 1982, Dolly collapsed backstage in New York. Doctors diagnosed endometriosis and internal bleeding. Emergency surgery followed. At 36, she learned she would never bear children. It was a private heartbreak, but it became a public turning point. If you want the rainbow, she later said, you put up with the rain. Behind the smile, she battled insomnia, hormonal swings, and grief too deep for cameras. But ever the storyteller, she transformed sorrow into song, resilience into ritual. She padded corsets to mask swelling. She never canceled shows. She joked that rhinestones glittered brighter than pain. Her comeback wasn't loud. It was sacred. Dolly overhauled her lifestyle. Herbal teas replaced soda. Yoga joined her routine. Tour dates were limited, and healing became part of the rhythm. Back injuries, a herniated disc in 1997, and a silicone scare in 2004 didn't stop her. She installed a high-back stool in the studio, singing seated when needed. She lined her home vocal booth with silk pillows to cushion her spine. When kidney stones struck in 2015, she quipped, "It's just mountain gravel." The losses kept coming. Her beloved father passed in 2000. Her mother followed soon after. Siblings Floyd and Randy passed too. Kenny Rogers, her longtime duet partner, died in 2020. Pandemic restrictions barred a public farewell. "My sweet music partner," she whispered in a trembling video. That night, the Grand Ole Opry dimmed its lights, but from grief, she planted hope. She funded music therapy wings, expanded the imagination library, wrote letters to widows, filled with jokes only the departed would understand. As a veteran mentor, she told young musicians, "Melodies endure where bodies cannot." Today, at 79, Dolly's sunrise begins at 5 a.m. Not with fanfare, but with black coffee and a pastel pink voice recorder. In her mirrored songwriting loft, a 1963 Martin guitar waits by the window. 20 crimson journals lie open like tarot cards, each page scribbled with hooks inspired by last night's dreams. She times her writing sprints with a rhinestone boot-shaped egg timer. 25 minutes of creation, 5 to refill her mug. Repeat until joy returns. She and Carl Dean, her camera-shy husband of nearly 60 years, still share tomato soup and grilled cheese. They cruise Tennessee's back roads in a retro electric RV named Jolene 2. Their rescue dog, Queenie, rides along, collar sparkling. Dolly's legacy today isn't just chart history, it's impact. Dollywood fuels $1.2 billion into Appalachia. The park employs over 4,000 people. The Imagination Library has mailed over 230 million free books to children in all 50 states and 7 countries. She funded the My People Fund after wildfires. She donated $1 million to Moderna's vaccine research. In 2025, she helped launch Dolly AI, a licensed voice synthesis platform for independent artists. It's protected by blockchain contracts she co-authored. She mentors emerging songwriters through private retreats. In 2026, the Dolly Center for Appalachian Arts will open, housing theater residencies, bluegrass archives, and a youth-run podcast studio. Her health, once fragile, is now a symphony of discipline. Dairy-free meals, resistance band training via Zoom with Gunnar Peterson, brisk walks around Reiner Lake, LED light therapy and vocal hydration, quarterly motion capture spine scans. She performs no more than 60 live shows a year, but each one is streamed in Ultra HD to millions. Doctors marvel at her lung capacity and bone strength, a spine forged by spotlights, they say. And still, Dolly never strays from her mantra. "I'll quit when I'm dead, but I might record an album from heaven if the acoustics are good." Each sunrise finds her humming. Each sunset sends royalties toward children's books, funeral aid, and families in need. She's more than a singer. She's a symbol of comeback, of redemption, of what legacy means when you live not for fame, but for purpose. As she sits by the window, guitar by her side, pen poised over crimson pages, a new melody takes flight, and with it, a promise made long ago in a Smoky Mountain yard, to turn imagination into song and share the harvest with the world. If you believe in second chances, enduring grace, and the quiet strength of a woman who never stopped singing, subscribe to our channel, because her story isn't just hers, it's America's.